What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. It's time for a track review of the new One Direction single called Infinity. It's the follow-up to Drag Me Down, that pop rock smash that dropped over the summer. Upcoming album is called Made in the AM, Made in the Morning, however it's going to be pronounced. And yet another song to showcase what direction they're going in after losing Zayn Malik back in, I guess it was March of this past year. I thought Drag Me Down was a pretty good song. Nothing blowing my mind by any means, but at the same time, it's kind of grown on me. I hear it occasionally if my friends got like the radio playing or something like that. It'll come on, and I don't know. I initially gave it a 3 out of 5. I might say 3.5 at this point. Made in the Morning, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to get with that album, but we've seen two totally different tracks here. Now, Infinity is kind of a big song. It's got a lot of build to it, and it reminds me a lot of Coldplay. I was actually just listening to some Coldplay earlier today, and it reminds me a little bit of the track Fix You. It's one that builds up, and not to really compare songs because they're not that similar, but that one was one that was interesting in its first half and then had a huge payoff, and it was just like kind of like blowing your mind, like that good. And I don't see Infinity as being anywhere near as interesting in its first half. The chorus is kind of lackluster. It's got a build to it, but it's very, very repetitive, and some choruses thrive off of that, like maybe even the recent track from Ellie Goulding, On My Mind, but this one not so much, just because everything feels a little bit restrained, like none of the vocalists are really putting their talent to work. And on Infinity, I like the track once it gets to the bridge, but unfortunately there's a good 2 minutes leading up to that that's not anything all that standoutish to me. Nothing that really jumps off the page. But the bridge on that track though, it's pretty crazy. It's got, like I said, that big buildup, and then just kind of some soaring electronics, some guitars, everything thrown into the mix. It's nice to see them pairing up again with the team that wrote Story of My Life. I believe it was 2 albums ago, Midnight Memories, that was on. Never spent much time listening to that album because I'm just not that into One Direction. Their last album, 4, was pretty good, but I haven't found myself coming back to that even that much. But I like where they're going. I like hearing like a song here and a song there, and some of their stuff is actually really catchy. And I see them maturing and going for new sounds, and I think they've found that once again on Infinity. Now, it doesn't always mean that it's the most interesting thing in the world, because while there are some great aspects about Infinity and things that I like, songwriting isn't that strong here. I think the bridge, once again, was very well done. Loved what was being said there, and it just came across a lot more heartfelt and genuine whenever it had the instrumental to back it up. But whenever things are a bit more reserved, it just feels a bit cookie cutter and middle of the road. I don't hate the track by any means. Maybe it'll grow on me. I gave it about 4 or 5 listens, and just for me right now, I'm gonna say 3 out of 5. Once again, for this track. I like Drag Me Down a bit more, which is why I said 3.5 at this point for that one. But yeah, what do you guys think? This is all just my opinion, my initial reactions and thoughts on this track. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't heard the song yet, I'll include a link to hear it. You can stream it over on Spotify. And other than that, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, everything else like that. And let me know if there's any other tracks you want to see me cover, and I'll see you very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.